Welcome to the 2023 Presidents Block. When I was asked to become vice president last year, I didn't want to do it on my own. So Diane Ayotte and I, oh, there we go. There's always somebody in the way. Lovey, please. You're killing me right now. Okay, she's out of the picture for the moment. So, as I was saying, when we were asked to be co-vice presidents last year, we knew that our job entailed designing the raffle quilt, which was the lure for me because I love designing. And then, of course, I'm sort of bossy, so I bossed everybody on the team around. But anyway, the other part of the process is to select the board members, or hopefully have some people run for the board and the committees. We still have a couple of positions open in that respect, but we're trying. And the third portion of the responsibility of the vice president is to design the president's block. Now, Diane Ayotte is doing the Socialites block with Fat Quarter Shop and did this block and thought it would be a good idea because of the layout and the way that there is no half square triangles, no exact seams matching up. And by oversizing the outer sections, we can square it up and everybody's will look pretty good. So without further ado, I give you the president's block. Of course, I've already seen that there's a mistake because I'm videotaping this with my iPad and it's kind of backwards because I have the camera facing me. But it does say my initials, the year, and VP because I am one of them, and then a little hidden Mickey head. So I guess you could make it your own. Hopefully you will make the block. There's a PDF attachment in this YouTube video, and all of them should be either brought to the May meeting or mailed, snail mail to Diane Ayotte. Her address is listed in the PDF. So I hope you make the block. I think it would be great to have a whole bunch of blocks for her, and knowing that she works very hard. And a funny story about the purple. I asked her daughter what colors that would be good for her, and she said, oh, she loves purple. And she also, there's never been a metallic that she didn't like. So this purple fabric has some metallic in it. I don't have any metallic green, but that one does. And when Diane and I were going to see her at her home to pick up some charity fabric, she was talking about the New England Quilt Expo and how they had no purple thread last year, and she wanted purple thread and purple thread and purple thread. Oh my God, she went on and on about the purple thread. So I thought, wow, I guess her daughter does know her. And we laughed all the way home knowing that we had already picked out purple for her block. And I don't know if she likes green or not, but I like purple. Diane Ayotte likes green. So it's a match made in heaven. Happy sewing. Welcome to the 2023 President's Block. Here are the cutting instructions, which will be attached in a PDF form. The layout of the block in each section and the measurements. And here are our fabrics that I've selected for my block, which contain purple and green as specified in the directions. There is a hint of metallic, which according to her daughter, she does enjoy a good metallic. So we're going to go with that and assemble. We're going to start assembling the center portion with pressing instructions, and then we'll go from there. Thank you. Got my machine set up with a 1.5 stitch and a needle position of 6.1. This enables me to use my regular presser foot, and I just line things up on the edge. Works for me, makes a good a scant quarter inch, because my piecing sometimes leaves a lot to be desired. Everything is here and ready to go, along with some pins and clips. Here is the center portion done, 5 by 5. And then if you notice that I've pressed towards the purple, in the center I press towards the green, and again towards the purple. Then when I've assembled, I've pressed these seams out. None of these seams are really going to be touching each other except when in the quilt assembly. And those will press the seams open for her ease when she assembles all her blocks. Well, I'd hoped to show you some perfect piecing, but guess what? I told you, my piecing leaves a lot to be desired. So this will be ripped out and re-sewn. Ugh, there are times. This is why I do applique when this happens. Notice my nail polish? Isn't it cute? It matches. All right, onto ripping with this expensive and pretty ripper. And here we are. Top piece pressed open. Middle section pressed open. Bottom piece pressed open. Now we assemble all these, trim it up, and we're ready to go. Here's our block, completely assembled. Seams press open all around. Oops, you don't need that. And now flip it over and square it up. The block measures approximately 10 by 10. In order to get to the desired size of unfinished 9.5 inches, I've put my ruler on the 9 3/4 on two sides. Then I'll trim up these two sides, flip it around, and then trim it again. Okay, I flipped the block over to do the last two sides. Now I've lined it up at the 9.5 inch section here. I'm making sure my diagonal line goes through pretty good. This is 1.5 inches, so I think we're good to go. All squared up and ready to go. I have approximately 1.5 inch piece of freezer paper. Let me see. Yeah, about 1.5. I'm going to take the shiny side, I don't know if you can see that, and press it to the back of the block here. So it gives me a little more stability when I have to put my initials and date in there. And then once that's done, goes in the box and ready for gifting.